Hey everybody, it's Chamber Matt, and today I am with Jeremy Schooler from Momentum Investment Group.
Yes, sir.
Got that right. And Jeremy, welcome to the South Kitsap Chamber of Commerce. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Yeah, I'm Port Orchard local. Been here, born and raised here. Almost 42 years old now. Grew up just up the street by Cedar Heights Junior High, so just 2 miles up from us here. And yeah, pretty much been here my whole life, except for a little bit of work that's taken me up to Squim for about a year or so.
Well, that's a beautiful place too.
Yeah.
So, what? So Momentum Investment Group. What exactly does Momentum Investment Group do?
Really, really simply put, we're a real estate investment company, like Chip and Joanna Gaines doing the HGTV, fixing houses and flipping them kind of thing.
Okay.
That's a really, really simplified way to say it.
Okay. So what do you do here? I mean, how do you help people here in South Kitsap? Who are your customers? Who's your ideal customer?
Our ideal customer, well, the way we make money is on flipping a piece of property, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take a piece of property, we're going to fix it up. There's going to be, value built into the property through that, and then we're going to sell it and make some profit on it. So our ideal customer would be somebody with a house that they need to sell that's in a distressed situation, whatever that looks like. The house may not be in that terrible a condition, though. There's times when the value for them is in the time as well.
Okay.
They need to sell their house quickly. And so any of those kinds of things in that ballpark when somebody's just struggling to sell a property or needs to do it quickly.
Okay. So do you work with real estate agents too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we love real estate agents. We're really trying to combat what we see as sort of a stigma in the relationship between investors and real estate agents, and rightly so, perhaps in some ways. We're trying to build relationships with realtors because they have a lot of value to bring to the real estate industry, and we're confident that investors as well have a lot of value, and by value I mean options for people looking to sell their property. And so we want to bring all those options together and give those to the consumers in one place.
Okay. So Jeremy, tell me what, I mean, right now it's a frantic world out there in the world of real estate. Why would somebody need to use your services? And maybe you can give me an example of something that you've done or how you work.
Yeah, perfect.
What the process is.
Yep, absolutely. And yeah, to be totally frank and honest, it is a difficult world to be in right now as an investor because houses are selling like crazy. Anybody who knows that real estate exists in the world knows that that's happening right now, and it's insane the stories that you hear, and so finding the property that's like this distressed property that needs to sell and all of that can be difficult for me, and that's okay, and I may not be the best option in that situation, and in that case that's when I recommend talking with a realtor, and that's part of the reason we're building relationships with realtors, so that we have somebody that we're comfortable with, a realtor with a strong integrity that we can recommend that somebody can work with.
But why do they need to call you? Why don't they just go to the real estate agent and
absolutely, yeah,
and let them deal with it?
So if they're struggling, a lot of times, here, let me give you a quick little story. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Somebody I just met with this morning, actually. They've talked with a realtor. Their house is not in great condition. They need to sell quickly. He's actually already taken a job out of state, and she's home with 4 kids. 2 of them are special needs, and has a whole house to clean up and get ready to go, and it's a lot of stress. Oh yeah, and she's working full time. So they've got a lot going on. And so they called me and we started talking. My actual first recommendation to them was to call a realtor. But the hard part for them is all that work that's involved with getting it ready to list on the open market. Whereas when you work with an investor, typically, I don't care if you leave all your stuff or the mess. You don't need to clean it up and get it picture ready. I look right through all of that stuff. And so that, for her, especially for her, was a huge stress relief. And so I got some more work on that to do this afternoon to see if we can put something together. But that's one of the biggest things, is it's a stress relief. When you list on the market, there's just a lot of things that go into that. And then the process, once you actually even get into contract to actually close on the deal, can be stressful. And so that's probably the biggest thing.
So Jeremy, again, in this frantic world of real estate and houses flying off the market for this price and that price. So when you're working with a property and with a property owner, a homeowner, are you offering competitive prices, or are you coming in low, and
Sure.
What's that look like in the investment world?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, competitive prices, yeah, absolutely. Fair price, absolutely. That's the whole goal is, and that's the work that I do. I take on that sort of stress, if you will, from a homeowner. And our first process is pretty simple. We're going to do the same thing your real estate agent's going to do. They call it a CMA. I call it a property analysis, and I'm going to figure out what's your property worth if it's in like great condition, ready to list on the open market. And then from that number, I'm going to work backwards to come up with an offer that makes sense. And I need to subtract the cost of me holding the property and the cost of fixing the property and cleaning it up and getting it so it is in that perfect condition. And then from there, so everyone's different, every situation's different, what people's needs are, all of that. And that's kind of why we really big deal building relationships with our customers and then offering options to them and helping them see here's your different options and we can go from there.
So it's almost full service real estate. You know, it's just like working with a real estate agent. You'll get their house purchased and they'll get their money and they'll get on their way. So super.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if it's, like I said, if it's a better situation to offer a relationship with a realtor, then that's going to be our first step. I mean, if that's the obvious answer, then that's the obvious answer.
So you're not for everybody.
Nope.
Not for everybody. There's still the real estate agents. There's Momentum Investment Group here. So I guess wrapping things up, any words for advice right now in today's real estate world?
Yeah, my advice always, when things are this frantic, slow down. You know, I know not everybody can. That's not always a luxury you have, but try to just take a breath, you know, count to 5, whatever it takes to just back off a little bit, step out of the situation. A lot of times, especially with property, it can be very personal for people and that can be hard to work through and that adds to the stress. So try to slow down. You know, when you call us, I'm going to slow down with you and we're going to walk through it step by step. And hopefully a good realtor, and I'd be happy to give you a recommendation to them, would be doing the same thing with you.
So there you go, folks. This is Jeremy Schooler from Momentum Investment Group. New members here at the South Kitsap Chamber of Commerce, not new to the South Kitsap area. Jeremy, thanks for joining us today. And I want to remind everybody out there in South Kitsap to, actually, I guess anybody watching this anywhere, wherever you're at, remember to love local and shop local. Thanks, Jeremy.
Absolutely. Thank you, Matt.